What's going on, guys? Mason, aka Maxer, bringing you guys some more Smite content. And today we're going to be playing some 1v1 ranked duel, and we're going to be playing Poseidon in this game. This is not live commentary. I'm sorry, I was just kind of vibing whenever I was playing this game. But I do want to let you guys know that I am playing a Vulcan. Vulcan. And when I saw this, I was like, I don't really know who wins. I'm pretty sure it would be Poseidon because he has a 3 for his 2, and he also has a 1 for his 2, and he has like different ways to really combat his turret, and he also is able to stay pretty far away from him. So I kind of used my 2 as best as I could and just like kind of stay back a little bit farther away from him so he wasn't able to apply as much damage as he did. But I think all in all the game went very well. So I'll let that play out, but I want to give you guys some tips and stuff like halfway through and during it a little bit. So I want to let you guys know that in the start here, everything goes fine. But then I made the stupidest play I have ever made in my life, and that was when my dumbass built breastplate. Which for you guys that do not know what breastplate does, that is a physical defensive item. I am playing a mage, which is a magical damage god. And that's no bueno. So I fucked that up, but it's okay. I figured it halfway through. After I built it, I figured it out, and I said, well, fuck me, I'm retarded, and I fixed it. But I was wondering, I didn't really notice it because he wasn't doing that much damage anyway. So I didn't really realize it until I looked at the build and realized like, oh well, I'm a dumbass. But other than that, other than that pretty big build misplay, I feel like it went pretty well. But here I was just applying early game pressure, trying to get pressure over red buff and make sure I can be able to keep that over him, get a little bit more positioning against him. Here I'm pretty sure I just wanted to take care of the turn as best as I could, which is pretty much what I do. Whenever I use my 3 in or 1, I will usually hit the turret with the wave because I don't want that turret to be there. But I will say he was hella annoying with that turret. I'll be honest. It was annoying to deal with. But that's what you expect with a Vulcan. But then again, I didn't know because Vulcan honestly could easily beat Poseidon. Poseidon is not very tanky whatsoever. I feel like if he would have built a little bit better, I feel like he could have easily bursted me down. But I think he goes double. I'm pretty sure he goes double stacking this game. I'm pretty sure. So that. I forgot all about his 1 pushing him back, so after he did that, I was like, alright, well now I'm going to bait it every time. So then, that's what you'll see me do. He just missed that completely, so I'm pretty sure that him and I were both having a pretty bad day to start off that game, so maybe it was like, maybe him and I had the same thing, where that was my first game. This was my first game on, so maybe it was the same thing for him. I don't know, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, because damn did he miss that shit. But I can't really be talking too much shit. I whiffed my ult pretty hard because he won out of it. Granted, he didn't predict it. He just won out of it. So I'll just go fuck myself. But here I'm hitting a bunch of autos. But I'm a Poseidon. I do literally no damage auto wise. So 34 whatever. Here he backs. But I don't think I have enough mana because I think I spend all my mana on the wave like an idiot. Yeah, that's what I do. And then and then I just back because I realize I have no mana for it. So I back. I'm gonna start stacking Warlock Staff. So that's gonna be a good play for me. I feel like that's a very good play for Poseidon. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You could honestly just leave it as a tier 1, build full boots, go back to the item and build gem. I feel like that is also very viable for Poseidon as well. Here I also went Sanctuary instead of Bracers, any of that. Mainly because I'm just not comfortable with Bracers. I'm not that good with it, I would say. And plus, against a Vulcan, he does high burst damage, but there are moments in the game with his kit particularly where it's kind of you need the Sanctuary as a Poseidon especially. Maybe if I was a warrior, I would have got Bracers, but since I was a really squishy Poseidon and my only escape is my 1 if I can hit it, I decided to go Sanctuary. Because in the start of this game, I didn't know how well this guy was going to play. He has an idea of how to play Vulcan because obviously he's diamond with Vulcan. And he must have some kind of experience in ranked because he had the border for season 3. Or no, season 4. My bad, I believe. And I was kind of hoping that this would be a very good game. Here I stop his back because you don't want to back just out of nowhere. But I hit him with an auto, and he literally looks at me and hits me for 210. So I said, all right, that's a fair trade. I waited for that, and then I used my ult, but I knew that he had his Aegis, so I just go ahead and I just turn my attention to the wave. He misses ult once again. I don't remember how many ults he actually hits on me, which is kind of unbelievable. I mean, I would say it's kind of hard to miss it, but then again, you have to lead it, so. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe he was a little bit nervous. But here, I just don't know what he's doing. Sometimes the plays that he does, he really tries to get me under the tower. Like, he really goes hard for me under the tower most of the time. Like, you don't see it right there, but you'll see it in a little bit. Like, in about 2 minutes or so, you'll see him going really hard for me in the tower, which, honestly, I don't think is really the play. I feel like if you're going to be a Vulcan, you need to just, like, leave your turret there and just wait for the wave, and just like keep pushing him under tower. Keep on taking away his farm. I would say save all your stuff to take away his farm. So what I mean by that is use the 2 to make sure it's like it's insurance that he cannot just come at you through out of the tower, and then keep on using your 1 and your 3 to clear the wave, and then keep whoever you're keeping under tower at bay. So then they are forced to only hit them with their abilities, hit the wave with their abilities, and stay under tower, and let's lose gold and experience for that. So really try, and if you have lane control, I wouldn't say stay at the tower and keep pushing them there. I'd say maybe do it for like a wave and then go do a jungle buff, because there's no reason to just sit there and like stare at them, because then not only are they losing farm, but you might be too if there's a camp up, like a mana camp or red camp or even bull demon if you're a kind of god that can do it. I wouldn't say do what he's doing, because he's being hella aggressive. I think that's kind of where he falls off, and plus I feel like the build that he did kind of made him fall off a little bit. I personally don't agree with double stacking in this game. Like whenever you play duel, I don't agree with it, because that's a lot of stacks that you have to manage to get off, and that I don't know where the hell that ult went. Literally, I don't even know. I didn't look at it. I didn't really care. I'm pretty sure he used his 1. Oh no, he didn't use his 1. That is another time where he juked me out. I predicted him with my 1, and then he literally gets 1 health. Like, it's literally minuscule. Like, it's literally like 1 shot. So I said, alright, fuck you, dude, and I'm just left to go do red. And with that being said, after I do red, I'm pretty sure I just back, because it's a safe back, and it's kind of like a why not moment, you know what I mean? Actually, no, I feel like I knowing me and the greedy bastard I am, I went to go clear wave. Oh, what do you know? I went to go clear wave because I'm greedy as hell. And then here, I gain a little bit of a pickle, and then I literally just, yep, he hits me, and then it becomes this whole clusterfuck of cat and mouse, and I'm literally just running as fast as I can, trying to find my way back to my hole, but this guy is literally after me, and it sucks. So here I decided to clear the wave. Granted, I only cleared the back line because, you know, I panicked a little bit too hard, but here I'm pretty sure he just, like, continuously, like, just puts me down, like, he just, like, keeps me under tower, like, he just stays there, though. Here, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to back. He's not going to let me back. He's just going to 3 me. So I just stay under my tower. Like, right here, I just stay under my tower. And you see his turret, how it's placed to a position where if I even try to push at him, I'm going to definitely get hit by that. That's why I don't push him at all. Here, he actually makes 1 good play. And I made the worst play of my life right there. That 3 was the worst 3 I think I have ever placed with a Poseidon ever since I got Diamond with him back like 3 years ago. But yeah, here he actually went for my buff, which was what I was talking about earlier, which he should have done in the beginning, and he shouldn't have just like did it out of nowhere. Like, that was kind of late, but I'm happy that he eventually did that, because that's good for him. That's what you need to do whenever you have someone on the defensive like he had me. And the only reason why is because Vulcan is a very, I don't know, very strong presence god anyway. And he actually hit me with that, which is also pretty, also made me panic a little bit. And then I don't know why I stopped my back. I thought he saw me, so then I panicked and ran a little bit farther under my tower. And I'm pretty sure I just said, screw it, and just back anyway, like, regardless. Here he's being hella aggressive. Watch this. Watch this. This is what I'm talking about, being too aggressive. Watch this. I'm just gonna look. See, he Aegis. He actually was so, and that Aegis didn't even stop anything. He still took all the damage. He literally just wasted an active, a very strong active against Poseidon. So I just took that note, and I will go at him full head of steam with my ult next time around, and hopefully pick up the kill. Because one, if you're just gonna come at me like that and waste your sanctuary to my tower, against a Poseidon, you're obviously going to get punished for that. Any good player, regardless if it's a Poseidon or someone that's a burst mage or a burst god, they're going to punish you for shit like that. You can't be doing that. So, with that being said, I punish him pretty hard, I'm pretty sure. And you see, I'm going to wait for the 1. Actually, I think he already wasted his 1 earlier. So then I go for the ult, and he has no chance. So that's what happens when you just waste your Sanctuary. If he had had a Sanctuary, I don't know if he would have necessarily gotten out, but I feel like he would have had a lot better chance to just get out. So, because I didn't use my 1 because I was waiting for my 1, or maybe I did. I don't remember. I just saw it, but then I blinked out on it. So that's whatever. My bad. Here I don't know what to do. I think I go for red, and then I'm pretty sure I back. But now thinking about it, maybe I could have went for his blue and then went for red and then backed. Or maybe I go for my blue. I don't know. I'm a greedy bastard. So literally whatever I think I did, I probably didn't know I did back. Alright, then good. Good job. I'm a legend. Alright. So then I'm really bad at doing my buffs. I really am. My mana buff, I hardly do it whenever I play duel. And that's not a good habit. So if you guys are gonna play duel, really don't do what I do, because the shit that I do sometimes is not even correct. I just want to say it's correct because I want to feel good, you know what I mean? But like in reality, it's not okay. So you need to go for your blue as much as you can. But here my blue is still down, but I think it's about to come up. I think it comes up literally right there, so yeah, it's literally about to come up. So here, I'm just poking him out with my 2, like I said earlier, just kind of really staying back, really just keeping my distance between him, because if I keep distance, he can't use his 1 against me, and plus it would be harder to use his 3 against me, because that's a farther distance for him to throw, and I have more of a reaction time. And being Poseidon, and having my passive stacked, and having my 2, I'm able to really just be mobile and just get away from it. That's just something about Poseidon that a lot of people don't really realize, is that his passive is probably one of the most important things about him, if not the most important. I waited for his 1 there, as you saw, and then went for it. Like I said, his mobility is probably the best thing about him and his kit, besides his burst, is really just being able to move around and be quick. That's kind of one of the things that he benefits from, because he doesn't have any escapes. All he has for an escape is his 1. You have to really focus on his passive. That's why my passive will literally always be stacked. Here, I'm a greedy bastard, and I went for his blue also. So I even said it in the video before I voiced over it. I even said that I was a greedy bastard, because I really am greedy. I'm a little too greedy. So whenever I get up into diamond and all that, and whenever I get to masters, I can't be being that greedy, because that would actually get me killed. But in qualifiers, you can get away from a little bit of stuff, but there are some things that you can't get away with, regardless of where you at. So just know that. But also, as you just saw in that pass kill, I waited for him to use his 1, and then I had 3 and ulted. That's what you need to do. And I learned that right off the bat, because after that pitiful excuse for an ult, I learned from that, and then I waited for his 1, and then I would always ult him. It's kind of like a Hades thing, where I wait for him to dash and then ult him. Because, there's a bunch of escapes, so if you're going to play really any god that requires them to be sitting still, or if it's easy to hit like a raw, I'd wait for them to get their escapes out of the way and then hit them. But I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory, really. But it's all about knowing your god. So, but here I just want to keep pressuring him out of lane, just apply as much pressure as I can, because I'm not really scared of him. And there, as you guys are watching at the left of your screen, you can see the hideous shit that I'm building, which happens to be physical defense. Can I get a round of applause for being a dumbass? Thank you, thank you. My stupidity was actually kind of through the roof, and I didn't even realize it until like 5 minutes later. Like, I swear to God, I was the stupidest thing I think I've ever built in my life. I had like a really big lapse of judgment when I built that, but here's the thing. I didn't even notice, because it's not like he did that much damage anyway. That 3, I also have no idea why the hell I did that, because I don't know where the hell that even came from. That 1 almost hit him. That literally nicked his nipple. And I'm a little upset that I didn't hit him, but it's okay. And then here he's just like we're just gonna keep duking it out. Here I'm like, oh shit, and that's why I got med. Instead of bracers, I went for med, because I'd rather have had med, because I also kind of would get low on mana, and I need to get that mana boost instead of just a health bracers. And plus, I don't know, he wasn't really bursting me as much as I needed. Like, I don't know, he didn't burst me as bad for him double stacking to really get a lot of use out of bracers, if that makes sense. But here, look, there it is. There's the prime moment of the game right there. Finished breastplate. Didn't even realize that it was a physical defensive item against a magical defensive item. So I'm pretty sure this Vulcan literally looked at me and probably said, wow, this kid is a dumbass. Bad builds, easy games. You know what's the funny thing, though? He still struggled. I'm pretty sure I killed him, regardless of that. And it's actually kind of funny, to be honest with you, that I was even... Okay, I waited for the one, but I don't have my ult. So I'm just kind of poking him out with my 2. And really just kind of apply as much pressure as I can. But here, you notice, though, I will never go for Bull Demon as well. Why? Is because I'm not comfortable with it, Poseidon, because, like, I wait for his dash. I got it. And then he got beads, I'm pretty sure. So he has beads and sanctuary. And right here I realized, oh no, I built a breastplate. I'm a fucking moron. I don't know if you just heard me, but I'm just talking about how I'm a moron and how bad I am. But it's okay because, you know, I eventually traded out for Genji's because I wanted that extra cooldown. Because he's kind of a nerd and kept hitting me with things. I don't know why. He thought he was allowed to hit me, but he kept doing it. So I had to obviously get Genji's. But here I hit him with my 1. Almost kill him. And then I'm pretty sure he literally stays in lane because he's as greedy as I am. Yep, he pops some pots, so he's obviously going to stay in lane. So I'm pretty sure I win anyway because at this point in time, I don't know why you would stay. Like, I don't know why in his position you would stay anyway. Especially as a Vulcan, so not being that tanky, I don't know why you want to stay anyway. But here he ults my wave, and he only gets 3 of them. So I don't know what the play was. His ults are kind of interesting. And then here, you know, you always look cool when you don't look at your kills. You know what I mean? You know, like whenever you like badasses don't look at explosions. Well, badasses don't look at their kills when they know they're gonna get them. So there you go. That's another tip for you boys. Is make sure you do not look at him when you ult or when you know you're gonna kill him. Don't look at him. Just style on him a little bit, because what's the point of playing Smite if you're not gonna style on your opponent, man? Like you gotta be stylish. I'm not really saying like you know, bad mad of and be like lap spamming them or being like you rock cancel that, but like, you know, kill them in style. Like don't even look at them. Like don't even give them the respect of your glare when you put him in the dirt. You know what I mean? But anyway, here I realized it, so I changed it out, finished out Spear, because I just wanted to. I mean, he doesn't really heal, so there's no reason to go for Divine. Maybe a Spear of the Magus would have been better, but, you know, I mean, I kind of wanted that because he had Bulwark. And honestly, I swear to God, he was hella tanky with a Bulwark. With just that, like, I felt like he actually built more defense, but I think it's because he had a health item as well as that, which I don't know. I think maybe Soul Gem gives health. I don't know. Maybe that's probably what it was, because he actually felt really tanky with just the one tanky item, but that's okay. For me, after that, I started building my Genjis, and honestly, I feel like after I started building the Genjis is when he started to do a little bit more damage. Here, I use my 1 to hit the back wave and the turret, just to get as much value for my 1 as possible. So, you know, that's always good. And you'll start noticing that we start getting a more boxing kind of potential matches. Here, I'm just trying to hit the turret because I don't want that hitting my minions. And then I'm pretty sure I start just going at them as hard as I can with my 3 and my 1 after I clear the wave, because I want to keep just boxing them. To kill the turret because I don't want that touching my minions, and I just run at them. So that's pretty much what I do from here on out. I'm pretty sure is what I do. Here he ults the wave. He actually hit the back line this time. I gotta give it to him. First time he hits the front line, now he has the back line. I'm proud of the dude. He's learning a little bit. Next time, hopefully he hits all of it. So, but I know I'm roasting this guy, but like really is a good game. He actually did very well as a Vulcan. I really do think maybe Poseidon beats Vulcan because of how easy it is for him to like one box. If the Poseidon is good, he can box him out. He uses 1, so I use my ult, and then he ages it, so he's able to live. But I think as a Poseidon, I think he beats Vulcan, but I don't know, because Vulcan actually does do a lot of burst damage, and he's able to keep Poseidon at bay. But it's just his 3 and his 1. Like it's I don't know. I feel like if you're a good Poseidon, you will win almost every time. But I feel like people are better with Vulcan than they are with Poseidon, so I think Vulcan overall wins it because he has a lot more damage. I think it's just the way I built and the way I was just playing. Plus his Vulcan, I feel like if he hit a lot more of his abilities, I think I would have been screwed. Because I don't think Poseidon beats Vulcan at all. But it's definitely a lot better matchup for Poseidon than, you know, anybody else. Because Vulcan doesn't have an escape, like a hardcore escape. And here I'm panicking because, like, I just missed everything, and there's that turret, and, you know, you know, we just trade. Because I just threw at that last auto, which was a Hail Mary auto, and I killed him, so it was a good play on both of our parts. He actually really fucked me up. But that wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have missed my one, which is crazy to me, because I tend not to miss my ones. Like, my one is kind of like the one thing with Poseidon I hit consistently all the time. So I missed it, and I was kind of like upset about it. I was like, alright, well, whatever. Because of that missed one, I ended up losing that. I technically didn't lose, but like I felt like it's a loss for me, because at this point in the game, I feel like I shouldn't trade with him. But either way, kudos to him. That was a really good fight on his part, so good job to him. But here we just wait for the 20 seconds, and then we start going back at it. I think this is when I start clearing the buffs as fast as I can. I think I go straight for red, and I get red. And then I go back to the lane, or maybe I go for lane because I'm a greedy bastard. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, here I think I just wanted to box him out because I wanted to not let him have any chance of stealing it. Because Vulcan has high steal potential, just like Poseidon does for camps. Yeah, I boxed him out so then I can just clear it. So here I'll just clear it, get my red buff, and I think he ults it. No, that's later. Okay, yeah. Later he'll ult it, which is kind of crazy. But here I think he's trying to poke me out. So that's good for him. With Vulcan, I do recommend doing that. Like, use your 3 as a poke a lot as you can. Here I'm just trying to box with my 2 as much as I can because, honestly, with Poseidon, I love using my 2 to box. I started using my 1 for his turrets. Well, you know what? I lied. That time, he didn't hit a damn thing. He hit the air. So, good shit for him. I'm proud of him. But he wasted his 1, so that's where I started going for him. And then he beads out of it, so then he was able to get out. So, good for him. That's another active from him, though. But the problem is he has no health. Like, he has really no health to really be fighting me. But I'm just going to continuously keep poking him. There's really no reason not to. So, here I try to med away from him because I don't want him to see my, like, sudden burst of health or mana. Because I want him to be baited into continuously fighting with his limited amount of health and mana. As a lot of people, I think, should do whenever they play something like a mage or anything with that med. I feel like you should probably try and bait it a little bit. But here, I just want to slow him, get as much as I can. I use that 1 to keep... And this, yeah, that was a good play. That was a really good play on his part. Really, like, giving me the slammer right there. But I'm just going to continue to lifesteal and try my best to, like, continuously get back in control. But here, he's been a little bit confident. He actually steps out of his tower, which is kind of crazy. But here, I'm pretty sure I just kill him. No, never mind. He has his Aegis. Now he actually literally... God damn it, dude. This guy is all... This AI bird is killing me, man. That bird AI is killing me, man. That guy was like... That Phoenix was not having it. But here, I almost get it, but I can't get it because, you know, Poseidon doesn't do damage, and I just decided to back in, take my losses, which sucked ass. But here I finished Typhax, which is good. So I finished the build, and then I get a power pot, and I made sure this time to not press the surrender button. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is what happened to me. One time, the first game I played to be qualified, guess what I did? I bought one of those, right? Okay. Instead of, you know, you see the combo, L2 triangle. Yeah. Instead of doing that, I did L2 up on the D-pad. Which ultimately made me lose the game against a game where I could beat the guy. I was playing Poseidon against Anubis. I shouldn't have won that, but since I'm not like terrible Poseidon at all, I actually was winning. And yeah, that was a bad day. That was one hell of a bad day for me, but I'm not going to be making that mistake again, boys. I already had one lapse of judgment, and I don't feel like I want to do that again. So I don't make that mistake again. But here we're winding it down. So I just want you guys to know that deeply I am so thankful for you guys and your support. There's that ult I was talking about. It was a Hail Mary ult. I think that's the first ult he actually hit in the game. So hats off to this guy. But as this game ends, I just want to thank you guys so much, so much for the 20 subs. I can't thank you guys enough, and I hope to continue to grow and give you guys enjoyable Smite content as much as possible, as daily as possible, because you guys deserve it. You guys deserve a lot, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you guys eventually start sharing my channel, and I hope my channel gets found by people, and I hope I get to be seen and give you guys as much content as I can. So I really gotta say thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for giving me those 20 subs. Although I don't deserve them, I want you guys to know that thank you for watching my shitty content. But I hope this game was enjoyable. I hope you learned a little bit against Mage versus Mage, again, especially for those Poseidon players that want to learn how to play Poseidon. I hope you learned a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. And I want you guys to know that I'll be back tomorrow, so you guys better be ready. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys. I'll see ya.